so much soul. About to bust out the room. All different flavors, way more than 32. From these shoes, you can't mess with these dudes. Nike Reeboks, about soccer knees. Golden Gooses on dudes, it's crazy. Converse collab made like easy.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Soul Brother, hosted by yours truly, Flex Luther. And today, guys, we are blessed with a guest. What's up? What's new? And how you feeling, my guy?
What's good, bro? Appreciate you for having me on, man. I really appreciate it, bro. Appreciate you.
You've been killing it. I had to have you on, man. But for the ones that don't know, let them know. Tell them who you is and a little something about yourself.
For sure. For people that don't know, my name is Moody, and I'm the photo manager at Sneaker Politics. I'm a photographer. If you're into sneakers, you definitely seen my work. So I handle not all of our photo shit, but a lot of our photo stuff over there. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you having me on, bro.
I like it, man. But before we get into, the origin story and all that good stuff, what did you have on feet today?
Oh man, I had the purple metallic fours. I think I got it right here. The
oh yeah,
2021 classic. Had to pull them out today. But yeah, that's what I wore today.
I like it. In the wake of the news that we got with the trophy room, and then I just took some pictures of my Retro 7 collection. I thought I'd pull out the trophy rooms today. To me, I feel like this pair is just slept on, man. I know there's a lot going on. The insole, the tongue, the pull tab, the back tab, color blocking. Then you got the Jordan signature on the side, man. This shoe kind of brings me back to, the Maros, stuff like that, the Olympics. It just reminds you of those classic Retro 7s that we went crazy about in the early 2000s. But yeah, that's what I had on today. Trophy room 7s.
Yeah, it's definitely a sleeper pair for sure. For sure.
Exactly. Crazy thing about it might be you one day. You post a picture, trophy room 7s, like, y'all remember these, and people gonna go crazy for them. And years later, we see that hype kind of build up for a pair that was kind of a sleeper once it, initially released. And with the trophy room kind of going out of business now, I definitely see, pairs, people are really gonna start trying to go back and backlog those pairs. But yeah. Man, that's what I had on the feet today.
Yeah, man. Trophy room had a great run, bro. So unfortunate, but
yeah,
they had a great run, bro. Great collabs.
I hate that they want to start popping out the samples now that they're, now they're going out of business. Like, hey, you know what? So this is what we was gonna do. I guess they decided, like, all right, well, whatever. But hopefully we might get to see that, like, might be their send off. We might see those trophy room collabs released before everything is shut down. At least that's what I hope.
Yeah.
Because I was loving the color change of those sixes that we were
crazy.
Yeah. This is your first time here, man. So I wanted to talk to you about, who you are, what you do, and sneakers, of course. So my first question, man, what got you into photography for sneakers?
Really, bro, I started off as a photographer back in like 2015. I've been in the shoes since like probably like 2010, for real. And when I picked that camera up in 2015, I was always into like the Pinterest pictures. It was like, people hanging over the ledge, taking pictures of their fours. Like, so that's always been kind of what I've been into. So
yeah.
I wasn't that strictly doing that, but like I definitely, like, if I get a new pair of kicks, like I'm taking pictures of them for sure. So I kind of that's how I started getting into it a little bit and kind of just kept going, for real.
I like it, man. Yeah, those definitely bring back memories. I can remember, man, trying to take a picture from the side with my phone. I'm bent over, trying to get that nice little pic, man. Because that's like, I started really getting into collecting around like 2009, and then I kind of got online late 2010s. So that was right around that era. Kicks on Fire.
Yeah.
All you seen was a little side profile. There wasn't really anything involved. It was really just a side view. And that shoe, man, just a clean shot. And that's what I was trying to go for. And now it's it's a whole nother ball game. You boys out there killing it.
Thank
You
you, bro.
boys out there
Appreciate you.
killing it, man. Yeah, it's a whole nother ball game, man. I seen those. I was already a fan of Stranger Things phone posits, but man, I seen those pictures you dropped. I was like, yo, I
Yeah,
gotta
appreciate
have
it,
them.
bro. Yeah,
I gotta
appreciate it,
have
man.
them.
For real,
I
appreciate you,
got
dog.
it.
For real.
I got it. So what goes into it when you're getting ready to shoot a pair? Like, what are you looking for, or what is your recipe?
So start off with I usually like see what if the shoe has a story behind it. Like for instance, the
Mm-hmm.
Stranger Thing phones. Like if I can connect a story to it, it comes kind of natural.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the first thing I go for is like story, or if it's like a OG colorway. I'm big into going into like the OG magazine ads, like old Nike ads. Like I'm big into like looking into that and kind of trying to recreate that feel. So
Mm-hmm.
to me, it's really just where I want to take it and like the story behind it. And then after
Uh,
that, it's kind of plug and play with like, like lighting and all that type of stuff. But the story is the most important part to me.
do you ever have like you ever find like a conflict where you're just not really feeling the story, and it's kind of hard, and it becomes a conflict of you shooting the pair?
For sure. It's definitely some shoes. It's like either it's the conflict of the story or it doesn't really have a story. And it's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
at that point it's up for like interpretation. Like, what do you want to make the shoe about? You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of how I go about it. Like if I'm shooting like a white Air Force One, uh, obviously it's like a basic shoe, right? No story
Yeah,
behind it,
yeah.
but you kind of just want to make your own storytelling and create your own narrative for the shoe. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I go about it.
Has there been if you can, do you remember a pair that you had to do that for?
Oh, bro, I shoot so much product. Let me think. Oh man, probably like the Air Max 95s. You know this whole little Air Max 95 wave. So you got like the soft pink joints, the blue
Oh yeah.
joints, the neons. It's not really like
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have like a solid story behind it. So
Mm-hmm.
I kind of created like I shot every pair the same where I create this pattern where I get like 20 pair and just make like a crazy like pattern
Uh-huh.
within like on the flat surface. So that's kind of like a good example of like just kind of creating your own thing.
Like it. So
Yeah.
what photos what pair have you took that meant the most to you?
Um, Dang, I got off the dome, probably two, probably the Chanel Vans, the second colorway, the burgundy joints.
Mm-hmm.
It just meant a lot because Vans kind of approached politics to release them first, and I got to
Mm.
creative direct that, and I kind of like just again, it's a story behind it, but you can't like say this is a Chanel shoe. So I just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah.
created a vibe. Yeah, I just kind of created a vibe, man. The pics went so crazy. That's definitely probably my biggest shoot to date. I got like
Yeah.
hella love off of that. So that's probably my biggest shoot. And then the other one I'd probably say is like the bacon dunk. That's kind of I think that was like my introduction to like really
Yeah.
being on the
Yeah.
Twitter scene. I think that was
Yeah.
kind of my introduction because I just again bacon. I thought breakfast like I'm just gonna wing it, and I just like made a whole little scene, and those pics went crazy. So I say those are probably like the two most important to me.
Like it. I like it. How does it feel, thinking back to, the early 2010s when you're first collecting and you're looking at these pictures, to fast forward to now where you're the one posting those pictures and you're creating the memories for the ones that are watching and looking at sneakers for the first time.
Bro, it's crazy. It's still, man, to this day, like I'll look at a sneaker news or like a nice kicks post me, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, this is crazy. Like in
Mm-hmm.
2011, 2012, I'm looking at, shoes on their platform, like, man, these are cold, you know what I'm saying? And now like in a sense, that's kind of like what I do now. So it's just like a
Yeah.
full
Mm-hmm.
circle moment, bro. And it's just really crazy to me.
Do you ever feel like I mean you've had so much success and like pretty much anytime you shoot something it's a viral moment. Do you ever feel the pressure of that? Like trying to create to like recreate another viral, photo?
I don't think so, bro. I kind of like, so to me, I always shoot with the intention of the art first instead of like the mentality of trying to go viral. So
Mm-hmm.
to me, it's always
I
like I'm
like it.
always put the art first. So I always just try to put my best foot forward. If it goes viral, great. If it doesn't, like It is what it is.
I like it. What about when it's like a pair that everyone's looking for? Like, oh man, you got to shoot these. These, I want to see what you're gonna do with these. Do you ever feel pressure like that?
I don't feel pressure, but it gets me hyped. I ain't gonna lie. It gets me
Mm-hmm.
hyped. It gets me hyped. A good example was the Ferrari 14s. I did the shoot for that. Everybody was like hitting me like, "What you gonna do with them?" It's like I put a tweet. I was like, "Man, I gotta get a Ferrari." So I got a Ferrari, man. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
I was really hyped. You know what I'm saying? So just
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate. I guess I appreciate that more than feel the pressure because I appreciate people
Mm-hmm.
like expecting me to do something great. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
For
always
sure.
appreciative of that.
I've seen the Ferrari pictures, and I seen one of my favorites. Recently, we seen the sneaker politics collab with the Saucony Omni 9. Man,
Mhm.
what was it like once you start seeing the color blocking and the colors? Like, what was your first thoughts on that pair?
Man, we first got the sample in, it was probably, bro, we had that sample at least a year before. So we got the sample in crazy long time ago, right? And
Mm-hmm.
shout out to Ezra, he designed the pair. He kind of
Mm-hmm.
already had the storyline in place. So, when it came back around and they they figured out when they wanted to release it, it was like, okay, me and Ezra kind of had that one on one, and because I wanted to know where his brain was at, you know what I'm saying? Because he
Yeah,
designed the shoe. At the end of the day, if they're designing the shoe, I kind of always want to pick their brain because they have a vision for it too.
yeah,
So
yeah. Got a little story behind
yeah,
it. Yeah.
So once we had that one on one, he kind of gave me the idea, and then I was like, all right, I can do this. I can kind of creative direct and kind of like put the pieces together and just. But I knew
Mm-hmm.
the colors were so crazy. It's like I have to shoot this crazy. Like the colors are so loud, I have to go all out.
Yeah, man. Man, once I seen those pictures, man, and then I love the Omni 9. I love what Saucony's doing. And when I seen those pictures, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, that's it. That right there,
Appreciate
that that's it, man. And it's just crazy, like we spoke about before, just to think back to the pictures that we're first getting into when we're first collecting it. It was just so simple, literally
it.
just
Mm-hmm.
one shot from the side angle, and you can see probably maybe the socks, maybe the
Yeah.
socks.
Yeah.
And now you're doing full blown reflections, Ferraris, plates of food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's
But I feel
crazy
like
to see the
that's
evolution.
that's kind of what it always is though. Like I kind of when you see my pics, I kind of try to restore that feeling in a sense that 2010, the PB and J's, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting shoes on
Yep.
PB and J. Like I'm trying to
Yep.
bring the feeling back for real. So I kind of always try to tie back into that time in a sense.
I mean, we talk about the recent sneaker politics collaboration. How did that relationship begin?
Oh man. Shout out to the homie Dan, man. We just he just told this story on another platform. But
Mm-hmm.
that I apply
Shout out for my
basically,
first kicks, man.
yes, sir. Shout out my dogs, man.
So.
Basically, sneaker politics had like put up like like they were looking for a photographer in Dallas, and I really just
Mm-hmm.
applied this off the like whim. I was like, I'm just gonna apply, whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
we got a homie. Me and Dan both got a homie. His name is E. He actually managed the Dallas store out here, but we both got a homie, and he was cool with like the dudes that were hiring, right? So he put in a word, right?
Yeah.
Dan told him to put in a word for him. so
Mm-hmm.
Dan, so he put in the word, but he ain't say Dan's name.
Yeah.
And basically, I think we both had an interview, and then
Uh-huh. Oh.
Stu was hiring. So Stu is like one of the other people who work with us, but Stu was
Yeah.
hiring, and then Stu hit E and basically was like, "Yeah, we hired your boy," and it was me. But whole time,
Mm-hmm.
Dan is the one who was essentially I took Dan's job. Basically, that's what happened. But yeah, that's really how the relationship started. I really just applied, bro, and luckily,
Mm-hmm.
you know, he put that word in that wasn't for me,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's how
Yeah.
I got started.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. So, how long you been with sneaker politics?
This is going on my fifth year.
Man, wow. And what
Yeah.
has that been like? Just one word to describe that experience.
Oh, crazy, for sure, crazy, bro.
I
It's
like it.
it's crazy, bro.
I be seeing you be moving, man. You be outside. So like what is something that people may not understand or see about being at these events and launching them and kind of working them?
I probably say like the behind the scenes effort. Like a lot of this stuff is
Mhm.
like planned out, but a lot of times a lot of stuff doesn't go right.
Mhm.
Um, at the end of the day, when we do these events, we have to get okays from brands. So it's
Mhm.
like sometimes we'll like you'll be a week out from an event and the brand be like, actually, we don't want that anymore. And it's like, oh, okay, let's flip the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So I think
Mhm.
it's more so like the effort and the time that gets put into these events.
Mhm.
Our event guy Blaine does a great job, man, of like always making sure something's cool and making sure we
Mhm.
have like a great event. So I say it's just the behind the scenes.
What's been your favorite launch that you've been at so far?
Definitely the Antikai one. His first
Yeah.
one when he
Yeah.
first got there. Bro,
Mhm.
that was the craziest event because that was his
Mhm.
first shoe, with Anta. Man, we
Mhm.
shut down the street, our main street in Deep Ellum, and we put
Yeah.
a basketball court in the middle of the street. So it's the first
Yeah.
time like anything like that has been done before. We put a
Mhm.
basketball court in the middle of the street, bro. It was at least 600 people out there, bro. Line was wrapped around three corners, bro. Like it was so crazy. I ain't never been a part of nothing like that, bro.
That is crazy, man. And to think that taking photos of sneakers of something that you're passionate about has gotten you to this point, man. What is that like, man? What is that? How can you put that in perspective?
Man, it's surreal, bro. It's just you work hard for things, so I'm always
Mhm.
appreciative, right? Because I came into this. I mean, I don't have a degree. I don't have any certifications. I kind of just learned all this on my own. So
Yeah.
to think like I put the work in and now I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a great spot. It's just I'm appreciative and I'm always appreciative of the hustle. So I'm always appreciative, bro. That's really it, bro. It's just crazy to see how far I came for real.
Yeah, man. Um is is it safe to say that's your most memorable release with Sneaker Politics?
One, yeah, 100%, 100%,
100,
100. Yeah, yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Yeah, I seen you, man. Like I said, seeing just watching from on the outside, it's mind blowing. Then, so I can only imagine being in the heart of it, or being the mind behind it, or working with the people that is the mind behind it. I can only imagine what's that's like, man. What's something that personal goals that you have far as like sneaker photography?
Oh man, oof. As far as sneaker photography, man, I still wanna.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of politics, obviously, I love my
Mm-hmm.
company to death, but I
Yeah.
still want to work with like I'm a big Nike basketball guy, bro. So to do my own like creative direct a Nike basketball ad or like
Mm-hmm.
to do something get like in that field out that's kind of
Mm-hmm.
one of my bigger goals. To do one like a big brand and like creative direct and like just have the control to do something great that I've always looked up to as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
so that's kind of one of my bigger goals.
I like it. I mean, we've had a lot of recent releases, man. What what shoe would you choose if you were given that opportunity? They're like, "Hey, we need you to do this. You got full control, and like we just need to know what pair." What recent silhouette would you take?
Um, Probably going KD 19. I really like the KD 19s. I do. I'm not gonna lie to you. They
That
give.
that yeah, go ahead.
I think it's so many ways you can take it because in a sense it kind of has a retro feel to it, but at the same time
Mm-hmm.
it kind of has that new feel at the same time. So I think it's just so many ways you can play with the shoe.
Mm-hmm. I think we've seen a lot of KDs in recent years, and I don't think we've had a good one since like
Mhm.
the early KD releases, and I'm talking single digits. So like, and we're like KD 19.
Yeah.
Um, I've been seeing people getting their pairs, and I've been seeing them on foot. And like, this is the first time I looked at KD, and it was like, oh, wait a minute, like
Hmm.
this looks good. I like the way it looks. I feel like just the KDs have always just their design language has always been different. Every single
Yeah.
shoe, I haven't seen. a KD look like the last KD. You know what I'm saying? And it gets
Mm-hmm.
further and further away, but I feel like they got something special. Something special with this.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your direction? What would you do with it? Not
Man.
to give us too much sauce, but
No, I got you. Man, I go full into the material and because it got
hmm
that shiny material. I forgot what,
hmm
but it's like super shiny. So it's
yeah,
like
patent leather.
I yeah, I'd play into that so crazy. Kind of just I almost say I give it like a futuristic feel. So
hmm
think like futuristic but retro at the same time.
hmm
That's kind of the vibe
Yeah.
I'll go for.
I like it, man. I like it. Yeah, like I said, I've seen the KD19. I've been seeing the packages and the seating that's going around. And like I said, that's a pair that in recent years I'm like, okay, this is the first KD. That I'm like, okay, this actually looks pretty good. I don't know if
Hmm.
it's pulled me in, reeled me into where I'm gonna buy a pair. I haven't
Yeah.
seen a colorway yet, but it's definitely like, okay, wait a minute, let's see
Hmm.
what we can do with that pair. But yeah, man.
Hmm. I like how I think it's wearable too. Like a lot of
Yeah,
KD
yeah,
shoes was like hoop shoes. But I think this
yeah,
pair is a
yeah.
little more wearable. Yeah, I think this pair is wearable.
Yeah, it looks more like a something you can kind of switch into like a lifestyle shoe that you can wear off
Hmm.
like off the court, and that's one of my main things, which is kind of crazy to say about like what I'm looking for when it comes to a basketball shoe,
Yeah.
something that I can wear outside of the court because like I'm not a basketball player, but I
Mm,
do enjoy like the Nike basketball shoes because I mean that's where my love stems from for sneakers. I mean my favorite silhouettes, my favorite pairs are basketball shoes.
hmm.
So when I can find a pair that I can wear outside, outside of the court, and it's like, okay, yeah, this is a nice this is a nice basketball shoe
Yeah,
that can be
same.
worn. Yeah. So you talk about 2010 starting and collecting and your love for sneakers. What's something or like an opinion or just something that you thought over the years has changed in recent years about sneakers?
Personally, or like just overall?
Both.
Uh, Personally, so I live in Texas, so
Mhm.
I'm not like a big boot guy. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
I'm not a big
Yeah.
boot guy. I'm like forces, fours, J's, like you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Lately I've been kind of like venturing out to those other brands like the Hokas and like I like
Yeah,
mules
yeah.
now, you know what I'm saying? So I think
Yeah.
I'm growing a little bit more into that lane. So
Uh-huh.
it's interesting for me, but at the same time, I was like, oh, okay, I kind of like this. So I'm gonna step into it a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think I can't remember. I just recently was talking about embracing non OG colorways. Just the beginning of like collecting and loving sneakers. It was always like you see an OG colorway, it was just like they opened up the gates, you see the light, and it's just like, oh, that's the OG. This is that.
Hmm.
And when we start seeing the colorways that wasn't OG, earlier it was like, yeah, nah, you can whatever you thought you was doing with it, you can go ahead and put it back. But now I feel
Hmm.
like as a collective, we're embracing these different styles, these different comforts, these different colorways. Where it's kind of out of the norm.
Hmm.
And I feel like it's creating a real special moment in sneakers when it comes to just like far as marketing and when it comes to photography because you're not seeing everyone shoot the same shoe. You see
Hmm.
somebody shooting an Omni 9, you might see somebody shooting a Jordan 5, you might see somebody shooting a Solomon, a Hoka. Like you never know what you're gonna see. And I feel like that is a statement to how we're embracing other silhouettes and other colorways and other brands. So yeah, definitely it's crazy to see sneakers nowadays. What's a chapter in your sneaker journey that most people don't know about?
Uh, my sneaker journey. Let me think. Probably the Nike ID phase. The Nike ID phase.
Mm.
I was the kid who was in class. I was on Nike ID on the computer, 100%. Which is why I say I'm a Nike basketball baby. Never buying the shoe, but
hmm
always designing it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Man. You know how mad I
Yeah.
was when they switched over and all my designs got deleted? I had what was the KD? It's kind of like it's got like the crescent. It's more of like it's kind of around the ankle. Is it the 3? What is it, the 7? I can't remember, man. But that one, I had so many Nike ID
Uh-huh.
for designs for that, man. And I think back to the options that we had. We could do Spiz Ikes. We could
Mm-hmm.
do there was a one time we had Jordan 1s. I don't believe it was like
Mm-hmm.
the OG, but it
Nah.
was a Jordan 1. I think it might have been the
Mm-hmm.
mid. But
Yeah.
either way it go, man. Like I wish I would have took advantage of that. I feel like Nike ID, Nike by you, whatever you want to call it, is such an underrated opportunity to have. Like I
Mm-hmm.
don't think we're gonna really acknowledge it until like it's gone, like or they're
Yeah.
just like gonna slow down on it. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, I was that
Yeah.
same kid, man. Computer
Yeah,
class,
man.
I got my tab open.
Mm-hmm.
Going over that Nike ID, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm gonna need these. I'm gonna need these. Whenever I get this money that
Yeah.
I'm not getting this check that I'm not getting. Yeah, when I get it, I'm running it all up. So yeah, man.
One hundred
What
percent, man.
do you remember a design or colorway that you had came up with?
Oh, bro, the KD4 was my go-to, bro. I had some KD4. I'm trying to
Yeah.
think. I made a crazy pair one time. My school colors were red, blue, and white. So I made like a
Hmm.
crazy, like all red, blue check with like some silver. It was
Hmm.
a crazy design, bro. But yeah, KD4s was always like my go-to on Nike ID.
KD5. That's the one. KD5
KD5.
was the one. That was the one I used to play around with when I was on Nike ID because I
Hmm.
don't know. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the options,
Yeah.
but
And
yeah,
they
yeah.
had some like
And
crazy options for the KD5. Yeah.
yeah, man, that was a different time, man. And
Hmm.
I felt like every Nike basketball shoe we were seeing release, you could do the Nike ID on. You could do Kobe's, all
Hmm.
that, man. I now you of course it's limited. Like you can't really. There's some
Yeah.
constraints. There's not so many things you can do. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, man. I wish I had the funds to, I wish I had adult money to get the Nike ID pairs that I made
Yeah.
back then, because
Hmm.
yo,
Yeah.
the lineup would be crazy, man,
For
crazy.
sure. For
Um,
sure.
Man, I follow you on Twitter, man. I be seeing you, you be doing your subtle flex. You be like, new pickup, and you have the old pickup in the back, or the latest pickup, or the last two pickups on your feet, and then you got one in front of you, like, yeah, latest pickup. So, well, if you got it like the access to pairs, man. How does that feel? Does it make it more special, or does it feel less special?
I think it makes it more special because I think now I'm like I see shoes like obviously I see like every release basically. I pay more attention to
Mm-hmm.
like details now, so I'm big on details. Like I could tell like if the sway is good, like if the sway is not good, and essentially it's just
Mm-hmm.
caused me to like learn more about like materials and like the silhouettes of the shoe, how the shoe is shaped, like how does this fit, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's helped me. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna say that. Yeah.
I like it, man. It's has it deepened your appreciation for like sneakers and like the sneaker culture?
Oh, for sure, bro. I think because growing up, I wasn't like copping shoes like that, right? So
Hmm.
like now that I can spin the block on some of these like colorways, it's like, yeah, I need that. I don't care. It's been 10 years. I don't care, bro. I need that. I need that.
Yeah, yeah, not for real, man. I do it all the time. All the time I'm reaching back, and I keep getting left behind because there's so much releasing now, and as I said, we're embracing all these other brands and stuff like that. It's just like you have to reach back. There's not enough. I don't have enough money. I ain't afraid to
Yeah.
admit it. Like I don't have enough money to pick up everything that I want in a year. So I
Hmm.
gotta I gotta go back. I reach back. Um, I'm still searching for the Cardinal threes, and I think that's
Yeah.
been a good 4 or 5 years since that release. I be watching. I'm like, man, he think he's slick, man. He got the old pickup, the latest pickup, and the hottest pickup all in one pick. Talking about new pickup. Hey, they like 4 or 5 pickups in that picture. And you talking about no new pickup, new pickup, new pickups. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If people could look back at your catalog, like if someone had access to your whole entire catalog, what message do you believe they would get from it?
um, I think they would gravitate to the storytelling. I think the
Mm.
storytelling is always kind of a thing for me, and I think
Mhm.
they will also see that I wasn't like scared to like essentially be different. I try to take like a chance on something. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's kind of what I hope people will look at and they would see
Mhm.
is that I always cared about the story. You know, so uh, yeah.
Has there ever been a pair that you kind of, even though it did have a story, you kind of deviated because you're like, man, like I know this is the story behind it, but this looks a lot like, or this would work well if I went this direction.
Oh, for sure. There's definitely pairs where it's like it has a story, but I think this will look
Mhm.
better. And so yeah, I always trust my gut. If I feel like I could do better, do something better without the storytelling, I'm gonna do it.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I feel like I said, but in the beginning, I think it's important to tell your story as well. So I kind of just always follow my gut and just
Mhm.
try to make the best product as possible.
I like it. I like it. Has there ever been a pair that you did and you're like, man, this right here, this gonna be the one. This gonna be on Sneaker News. It's gonna be on Nice Kicks, and you post, and it was just like, oh yeah, man, that's fire. And then they moved on to the next thing. Has it?
There definitely there been some for sure. I'm trying to think of anything recently I've done. Oh man, the what the Kobe's? I did a what the Kobe shoot for the Kobe
Mhm.
eights. I thought
Mhm.
like I went hard for that shoot, but like I
Mhm.
said, I don't get. I'm not here for like the cloud or nothing, but like I went hard for
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
shoot,
Yeah.
and I took the pictures. I even had Dan make
Mhm.
like a little graphic for it, try to do some retro shit. Posted that, yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, these
Yeah.
cool, these cool. Like,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine. You like you get a notification mentioned by Sneaker News. Yeah. You like, dang. Where is that? You know, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting on it. Nah, man. That it. It's so crazy how like social media and just putting your work out there, putting your art out there, and like what you feel is just like, oh man, I really connected to this. I really did my homework. This is about to be crazy. And you
Hmm.
put it out and it's just like, oh yeah, man, keep going. And then like something that you just throw together, you like, oh man, this is easy. I can. This is nothing. And then
Yeah,
that's the one like, oh man, this is innovative. Like this is the one, man. Keep doing this, and it's just
man,
like,
bro. I did the Invisible Forces, the Air Force Ones.
mm-hmm,
So I did that shoe right, and it's like I had the idea. I was like, all right, I'm gonna have somebody jump and just like take their legs out. And in my brain,
yeah,
it's like, oh, this is simple. This is like simple as hell.
mm-hmm,
It's not gonna do nothing crazy. Posted it, man. Nice Kings posted it talking about sneaker of the year, sneaker shoot of the year. It's like, bro, like, I shot this in 10 minutes, bro. Like,
that's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. But I mean, that's the man. That's a testament to your work, man. Like when you can go in there and cook just like that, just like, man, let me cook some up real quick, and get the
yeah, I
job done. And
appreciate
you
it.
still getting that love. You still getting nice kicks, the Sneaker News, everybody showing you love. Like man, this is a fire pair. This is you make it look good. Like what does it feel like when you can see like you can physically see you making a shoe become this hype pair, like where everybody's like, oh yeah, man, that's a fire shoe. This is a classic, and then it goes from like oh yeah, man, like I wanted them, but now I really want them because of
Yeah,
the photos that you shoot. How does that feel?
man, it feels great, bro. It's just again a testament to the work I kind of put in. Because at the end of the day,
Hmm.
it is kind of like my job to do that. You know what I'm saying? To
Yeah,
kind of build the hype for the shoe. So
yeah,
I'm appreciative always of like just the people who support me and just like even like people just retweet it just to retweet it. You know what I'm saying? That they don't understand like that retweet goes a long way. And you essentially helping me build the hype for this shoe. So
Mm-hmm.
people don't I'm
Yeah.
appreciative always of that. So it feels great, bro. Like I said, all the hard work I put in, it just feels great to feel appreciated and people see
Yeah.
my work and be like, dang, like yeah, I need this.
Yeah, man, your pictures are gonna be in the archives, man. We gonna be just how we were the early 2010s and early 2000s looking at the old kicks on fire pics, and that's gonna be your photos are gonna be in the archives. And well, I remember back in 2015, 2016, 2025, I was looking at this pair, and it's gonna be the pair that you shot.
I
Like,
appreciate
do
it,
you
bro.
ever kind of you look forward to that? Do you ever like think like, man, like I can't wait to the moment I can sit back and like someone's talking about like, oh yeah, yeah, you the one that got me into sneakers. That photo that you shot, that's what started my journey.
Man, so yeah, I look forward to it. Like I said, I'm always appreciative of that. I get people now who be like, "Yo, man, your
Mm-hmm.
pic's so crazy. Like you sold me on the product." Like I get that all the time, and it's just like I'm appreciative of it always. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I do. I look forward to it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I look forward to hopefully being mentioned with some of the greats. So
Yeah.
uh, I appreciate it, and I look forward to it for sure.
When you talk about the greats, who are the greats in your eyes?
Oh man, right now, in my opinion, I'm gonna have to go with obviously Arab Lincoln he's created that whole little kit aesthetic and like he's
Yeah.
one of the godfathers of this, right? Obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jordan out in New York does all J tips. Another one. He shoots
Yeah. Yeah.
film.
Yeah.
It's fire, bro. I'm like, bro, he's so fire to me.
Mm-hmm.
AD, of course. AD is
AD. Yeah.
obviously
Shout
a
out
goat,
AD.
of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, you got Rick. Rick goes crazy. He's
Mm-hmm.
been going
Yeah.
crazy. I don't know. I gotta talk to Rick because he's been getting like all these early shoes and he's been going
Mm-hmm.
crazy. It's like, oh yeah, oh
Mm-hmm.
he's on a different wave right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had an opportunity to talk with Rick. He's been on the pod before, and he was talking about how he was able to shoot Giannis shoe, and like they
Mm-hmm.
sent him his reaction of him seeing the photos that he shot, and he was like,
Mm-hmm.
that was a moment for him, to see his
Yeah.
reaction because he created that emotion. So yeah, man,
Mm-hmm.
shout out to Rick, man.
Yeah, man.
Is do you feel like there's if that you can think of, are there any photographers that you feel are underrated right now?
Man, let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Ooh, trying to think off the top of my head, bro. I'm trying to think, man. He caught me on the spot. I'm trying to think. I'm really trying to think. Oh, Craig. Oh, Craig.
They
Craig's
might.
nice. Craig's
Oh
nice.
yeah,
Craig's nice.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
Craig.
man.
Craig needs
Craig,
more love. Craig's nice.
Craig. I feel like man, Craig is really. I feel like unintentionally he has a chip on his shoulder, and it
Oh,
might
for
be
sure.
intentional, but and like I feel like he's trying to create his own lane. So he's trying things that most people wouldn't or be like, yeah, that's not gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
I know I ain't gonna say he was the first to do it, but when I start seeing him add like that
The words.
that ad the words like that
Yeah.
ad type of spin
Yeah.
to it, I was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
That's
I think
different.
when
I
I
like
first
that.
saw,
That's
when I first saw a quote tweet, I said, yeah, this you making a lane right now. Like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you are creating, you separating yourself right now.
Hmm. When you see things like that happen, and it's no shade to anyone. You start seeing others do it. You start seeing people
Mm-hmm.
slowly but surely kind of add those effects in or add the wording in. How do you find it hard to kind of like partake in that? Let's say like Craig does the letter, and then
Mm-hmm.
Arab does it, and AD does it, then Jordan does it, and then you're kind of at the end, and you're like, man, this pair would look so nice if I added the wording. Do you find it hard to kind of partake in that, or you just kind of like I'm gonna do something different?
I try to always do something different. I don't like to it's obviously it's not stealing people's style or nothing, but I try
But
to
yeah, yeah.
always like we just talked about, separate myself from other
Mhm.
photographers. Because at the end of the day, every photographer got their own style, you know what I'm saying? Obviously,
Yeah.
styles get not copied, but like, you take pieces of everybody's style, right? And put them together.
Mhm.
But yeah, I always try to just keep my stuff different. I'm not gonna say
Mhm.
they haven't influenced me
Mhm.
because they have. Obviously, Arab Lincoln is. If you look at some of my older work, you'll see like I've done like kit aesthetic type shoots.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say I I'm not influenced, but I do nowadays. I try to separate myself.
What would you say, like, if someone asks you what would be your type of your personal photography language? Like that, oh, that's a Moody picture for sure.
Oh man, I think it's the way I like things. I think I'm very
Mhm.
good with lighting a shoe. I think that's kind of where I
Mhm.
separate myself. I'm very good at
Mhm.
like lighting a shoe and manipulating like a backdrop and like all that type of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, man. Like I said, man, seeing you shoot those the Omni nines, man, I was like, yeah, man. Then
Appreciate it.
the recent one with was it Puma or Adidas? What's the recent
Yeah,
sneaker
Puma.
politics collab? The all gold joints.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. See, those are the ones I enjoy, man, because it gives that like that nostalgic, seeing the trophies in the bag and all the gold and the red carpet and the reds,
Mm-hmm.
and that reminds me of so much because like slowly but surely that's fading away, that the pops of color. I feel like we've
Mm-hmm.
become so, one backdrop, one this, one that,
Mm-hmm.
not too much, so you don't really see a lot of colors added within photography now. When I see
Mm-hmm.
other people shooting their sneaker pictures, like I really honestly only see you add that color pop, the stuff in the background, stuff on the bottom, stuff on the side, like so when I see that, that's when I'm like, oh yeah, that's a Moody pick right there. I can tell by, yeah, that right there, that those hints, those details and stuff like that. Um, but as we close out the episode, I always like to talk about legacy and stuff like that. So if you were to put your camera down and it was to just say just disappear, or you just stop, what would you want your photos to leave behind? What would you want them to represent, and what story would you want them to tell?
Uh, I want to tell the story of hard work. I feel like
Mm,
when I'm gone, I want people to know I'm a hard worker. Like I really cared about this. I'm
mm-hmm.
not faking it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's kind of the legacy I want to leave behind, is that he was a hard worker
Mm-hmm.
and like he was true to this.
Yeah, man. Yeah, now, man. I think your work says that enough, man. Right now, as we speak, you don't create something that nice and not work hard at it. So, shout out to you, man. Keep killing it.
Appreciate it.
Keep doing what you're doing. And then that leads me to, what's next? What's next for Moody?
Oh man. Oh, what's next? I don't know. I don't know yet, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know yet. I'm working. I'm working on some things in
Hmm.
the background.
Okay, I like it. I like it.
I'm working on some things in the background. I ain't gonna tell
Okay,
too much, but
okay,
I'm definitely working on some
okay.
things in the background.
So we gonna see a new pickup, and it's gonna be a collab or something. We gonna be like new pickup. We be like, where them come from? Who's them? And then it'll be a Moody collab or something, man. Man, whatever you're working on, man. I look forward to it. Like I said, man, I love your work. I enjoy watching you create, and continuing and restoring that feeling within the culture and just sneakers in general.
I appreciate you, bro. Always, man.
So, man, what do you got for us? What's your showcase shoe today?
Oh man, we've already talked about them. I got two.
Uh oh.
The KD
Oh yeah.
KD
Oh
four
yeah.
lover.
Oh yeah.
I'm a KD four lover, so I got the Easters and the Aunt Pearls. These are my
Pearls
two.
is.
Yeah,
Hmm.
man. These are like growing up. These was two of my girls. I wasn't able to get them when I was a youngin, so now
Yep.
these are two for me.
Hmm. Man, the Aunt Pearls and in that era, just different time, man. This is
Yeah.
just a different time, man. Nike basketball at that point
Hmm.
was a different time, man. I, that moment and that moment can't be recreated, and I don't want it to be. I feel like let's make another
Mm-hmm.
era. Let's build something else with Nike basketball. That's one of those special moments for me because I was there for it. I was right in the midst of it. You know, I was seeing the KDs, the Kobe's, the LeBrons, and all
Mm-hmm.
that. You know, seeing every you had the ladies out there with the LeBrons on and KD fours. So like, and that was just such a strange thing to see back then. You know,
Yeah.
when you see the ladies pop out and they got LeBrons on, you like, you had to double check, like, oh, you got the LeBrons on, you know. So that just again, that's just a note to like what it was like, what the era was like at that time with Nike basketball. But that Aunt Pearl, that pink right there,
Mm-hmm.
different. Was different. Every
Facts.
time we seen it, it was different, man. Pearlized
Yeah,
foam, anything pink, it was
for
crazy.
sure.
Everybody was
For
wearing
sure.
pink, just
Oh,
based
me,
off of
facts.
just off of the Aunt Pearl and this how that colorway was moving. Anything pink
Mm-hmm.
was a goal. Like it was just, and anything that was pink was Aunt Pearl. When it wouldn't
Yeah.
even have the cosign, it was just like, well, Aunt Pearl Forces, Aunt Pearl this, Aunt Pearl Harachis. It was everything was Aunt Pearl.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that was just a different time in sneakers. But my showcase shoe, man, which crazy enough, we talk about Nike ID, is
Ooh.
a pair of forces that I made on Nike by You. I
Oh
think I
yeah.
got these. It was a milestone, so that was what I was trying to create, just kind of like a gold type of feel to it.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I just whenever I think of like trophies and awards and gold, I always think red.
Yep.
So that's why I went with like the all red upper, and then you see like the brown, and then you got the
Mm-hmm.
gun bottom, and then the gold hints right here, and then I got
Yeah, it's
my
hard.
name Flex, yeah,
It's
and
hard.
then on this side I got Luther. But
Yeah,
I
it's hard.
but I also went with this because I knew you were an Air Force guy, and this is
Yeah,
the
man.
only pair of Air Forces that I have in my collection. I have
For
almost
real?
500 pairs. Yes, I have almost 500 pairs, and this is the only pair of Forces in my collection. Um, and the only reason why I'm just kind of burnt out on Forces, I think I just Forces I wore in high school. That's all I wore.
Yeah.
Forces, literally a black pair and a white pair.
The
That's
white pair.
all
Yeah.
I ever. That's all I. Cause I that could go with anything, no matter what I had on. If I had on bright colors, going with the white. If I had on
Yep.
dark colors, I'm going with the black. Like it was simple, man. It was easy, and I could still get my fits off. I could still feel like it was one pair of shoes for 10 fits. You know what I'm saying? So I was
Yep.
just like, hey, man, you can say what you want to say. And that time, man, Forces would. Man,
Oh,
I
it
don't even
was
believe
it was it.
Forces was. I don't even believe I can't think of how much Forces was at that time, but it would even I don't even think it was close to $70, man. I think Forces
Nah.
were like $60, fifty
I think
dollars. So
yeah. Uh-huh.
I was like, yeah, why would I go and like buy a pair of Jordans and I could get three
Mm-hmm.
pairs of Forces? You know what I'm saying? And
Uh-huh.
some socks and some elite
Yeah.
socks. So it was just
Yeah.
like so I was like, yeah, man, let me get some forces. So as I got older, man, I was just like, yeah, nah, I'm getting every pair that I seen. I was like, I'd rather get the forces over them.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, I rack up on it, like the retros and all the other stuff that I really couldn't get when I was young because I had a price range, and that was my price
Yeah.
range. Air
Yeah.
Force Ones was my price range. That was my budget. Air Force One.
Nah, I
What's the
feel you.
budget?
My
Air
pop
Force One.
at the beginning of the school year, my pops he said me get shoes. You get the black pair and the white pair. And that's
Black.
gonna take you to get at
Exactly, man.
least till
You
Christmas.
good. You good, man. You good. Whenever you want to look fly and look nice and presentable, white pair.
Uh-huh.
You
Yep.
kind of want to feel you want, get your little style on. I don't throw the blacks on today, man.
Yeah.
What
Uh-huh.
what people the realer know, man. I don't know if you ever did this or not, but after a while, after wearing them a while, your forces will kind of get dull. And
Mm-hmm.
so what we start doing was using like Vaseline and hair grease. We take like a rag and rub it in and kind of now to know that that's what's it called, man? Ah man, what's it called? It's for your leather. I can't think of it right now, but there's an actual product for it,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much all we were mimicking. That's all we were doing, man. I would take my mom's hair grease, Blue Magic Like I said, for
Yeah.
the real no, man. And my mom be like, "Yo, who been in my hair grease?" I take like my finger, blop. It'd be like a big old scoop in there. So she opened up like, "Man, who?" And she look at my shoes. She, man, if you don't get all that damn hair grease off the shoe, man, you know that this is like I said, man, one of those eras, man, and just those times. And I also I had got and I feel like I didn't know it, but you know, I feel like it's happened to everybody. You've always come across a fake pair, and I ended up getting a fake pair of Air Forces, and I didn't know how to know at the time. And then like they was crispy, clean, white. So I wear them, I keep wearing them, and after a while, I noticed they start to get like off white. They start turning like yellow. And then like so everybody would ask me, you know, like, "Oh, where you get them from, bro?" Like, "Oh yeah, this is the off white pair they got. You know, the cream pair. I think they trying something out new." Whole time them bad boys was fake. I was like, man, if they could just hold me off to Christmas where I can go to the mall and give me a real pair, I'm good, man. But you know, those just man those moments. And
Yeah,
like
bro.
now, I've seen some Air Forces. And the only pair that I really feel like that's made me want to get a pair is the Chinese New Year pair. I don't know what
Mm,
year that's from, like the gold. I think it was China exclusive.
mm,
Man, that was if I get another pair of Air Forces, it's gonna be that pair. I know
yeah.
everybody else thinking like I know everybody got like another 20 or 30 other pairs of colorways that I could grab.
Hmm.
And linens, I know that first thing people probably popped in people's
Oh
mind.
yeah, I got
Um,
two pair.
See, like, yeah, I don't know, I might spin the block and go back and get me a pair
Hmm.
of linens. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't really like forces. I
I
can't
feel
change.
you.
I
I
can't
feel you.
change me. I can't change me, man.
I feel
Uh,
you, bro.
but man, I appreciate you, hopping on, taking time out your day, man. Time is valuable. It's the only thing that we don't know how much we got of. So when someone provides me with their time, I'm always super appreciative of that. But before I let you go, man, any closing remarks you have for anyone, listeners, or just in general?
Oh no, man. I appreciate you, man, for real. I know we supposed to been do this, but my schedule
Yeah,
got
yeah,
busy.
yeah.
I'm glad we're here now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
But
man.
I appreciate you, bro. Always, man.
Hey, man, no hard feelings, man. When I hit somebody up and they don't hit me back or they take time to hit me back, I'm all cool with it. Especially when they're killing it. I'm like, man, keep killing it. I'll be there.
Appreciate it,
I'll
bro.
be there. I'll be there when you get done, man. Just we'll chop it up. We'll talk about it. Have conversations about it. But yeah, man, appreciate you hopping on once again. Keep killing it. And guys, that's where we're gonna end it. As I always say, love, peace, and sneakers.
Retro 7s and Retro 3s, Metallic Silver, Retro 11 sitting on freeze. They got so yeah. So brothers.